Howdy, howdy, everybody, and welcome to FS25. We are doing a little bit of gold mining today. We are just doing this with keyboard and mouse. I've got the setup to do the dual joysticks and everything, but I don't have everything set up yet. So we're just going to be doing this using, like I said, we'll be using the keyboard and mouse, and we'll see what we can accomplish. Now, the way I'm going to be doing this is going to be easiest way I know of doing it via keyboard and mouse. So, just something that we will be just it's going to be the way we're doing it. So hopefully next week I will be having everything set up the way required in order to be able to do it. So first things first, let's get rid of some of these trees. Now, I probably will be listening to music while I'm playing. Been looking for music that clearly states copyright free, and a channel I have found is Aim to the Head Official. They are more of like EDM, dark techno type stuff. But it's just going to be mainly some background noise while I'm working. So, all right. Now, I've already picked up a bunch of equipment. I obviously own this land that we're working, so there's not going to be a lot of expenditures starting off here, but so as far as how we're doing this, we're going to be we've got Terraform mod running. So what that's going to do is it's going to allow us to use equipment to change the land. So we'll be how we're going to do it is we're going to be scraping up the land with a dozer in order to load into the gold plant. Now the gold plant that I'm using is from, let me double check, I think it's RGC. Let me double check. Alright, factories. Yeah, RGC Productions. It is a free mod. I think I want to try using just strictly free mods. I just remember something we do need. The gold room. Alright, so I think that's going to give us enough room to start. Alright. So these conveyors that I am using, they are an auto-loading conveyor. So it'll automatically pick up anything that we put down in front of it. So, let's see. Stop. Don't want to go off into the drink. All right. So one of the things, in order to use the conveyors, you're going to have to run with the automatic engine start off so that the conveyor will stay running. All right. We'll have to do a little bit of adjusting once we get things going. All right. Let's go ahead and fire that up and jump into our settings for our terraforming. So I need to adjust my volume just a little bit there. Alright, so we've got calibrated. Alright, first things first. We're going to need well. Alright, well, it looks like we're going to have to change things up. Alright, not a big deal. It just means we're going to have to use a different wash plant. The wash plant that we're going to have to switch over to does require or is a paid mod. So apparently this map does not support Pater, which is what runs through the wash plant that we got. Alright, so alright, so that's just some of those little growing pains that you have to learn on each map. This is actually the first time I'm using this map, so it is what it is. The wash plant that I'm switching over to, it is a much larger plant. Now it is also a wash plant that has that's only available through Patreon. I think it's Patreon. I like to, but it's now I'm brain farting on who actually put it out. All right. make this strong but small. Clean this up. I think pronunciation is Numis. And like I said, it is a much larger wash plant if I can find it. Yep, here we go. All right. So this wash plant, it is, like I said, it is bigger. I didn't want to use this one for a couple different reasons, but we'll have to make do. So one thing is this wash plant, it actually takes the input, and you're going to have only two outputs. You're going to have your tailings, which will come off of this conveyor. Unfortunately, you cannot load directly off the conveyor into a truck. So you'll have to use something to lift the tailings into a truck. So that just means we're going to end up using two conveyors. And then the second output is it comes out straight gold. No concentrate that you have to take to the washroom or gold room. This, like I said, it comes out straight gold. So, is what it is. We'll make do. We will have to put down something for selling the gold. Well, we might as well go ahead and do that now. All right. We'll just put it right here. Now, if you really wanted to, you could put it right here. That way, when it spawns the jars of gold, it automatically just pays it or sells them. That is something you can do. But let's double check. Now, one thing with this wash plant, having a tank that's much larger than this little tank that's on this truck is very handy. But we're just going to make do with what we have available. So that's doing that. We got ourselves a couple of small rock trucks. Nothing real fancy on these guys. Now, a couple things with these guys. These are Terraform enabled. So what you can do is you can take your tailings that are going to load into this, and you can actually, in dumping, you can level ground. So might as well turn that guy off. All right. Wash plant's got enough fuel to get started. And let's grab. Let's get out of the sand because you don't travel nearly as fast in sand as other surfaces. Alright, so we are set to grade. We are... Looks like we should be all set. So this dozer we're using is the D4 Cat. It is a small dozer. We will eventually get into using a larger dozer. We can even get all the way up into running, say, a D11 or Komatsu. Alright, so one thing, whenever you jump out of a vehicle with Terraform enabled, you will have to re-enable it each time you get back in. So just something to keep in mind. It's not a big deal, it's just something, like I said, you just got to keep in mind. So pretty well what I'm going to be doing starting off is just pushing straight to the conveyor to lift up. Once we get further out, that's when we will start loading into a rock truck for the purpose of transporting it in, and then we'll dump it, dump the dirt right in front of the conveyor, and load it that way. So. Now, one of the things you can do with this dozer is say, let's just go ahead and do it. You can turn the blade. That's one of the things, like on the D4, you can turn the blade, and that way it's going to push what you're moving off to the side. So, alright, but this is basically what we're going to be doing. I think I'm going to go ahead and get the music going, and we'll just see what we're going to get accomplished. I think it's helpful if I actually turn the wash plant on. All right, so we got that turned on. So that's a good, so that's a good example of what can be accomplished with a small dozer like what we've just been using. Let's go ahead and grab a larger dozer and show you what we can do with that. All right, let's get this guy out of the way. So this dozer that I'm using here, and most all the dozers that I have, they all come from FS Miner. He puts out a great deal of equipment for mining purposes. Now I do have some stuff that's from other guys. So this is here actually this guy right here, this D11. It's from someone else. I forget who it's from. Let's see, RMC Excavating. This guy, it's a behemoth. The D11 is. Now this one right here, running keyboard and mouse, you cannot lift blade with the mouse as far as factory settings. I haven't messed around with it too much to figure out why, but for whatever reason, that's how it is. So let's actually, we're going to grab, we'll grab this Komatsu. This Komatsu is a behemoth, and we'll be able to get we can move a lot of dirt with it. So now one of the downsides with Komatsu, it is slow. Actually, that Komatsu is a little bit quicker. Oh no, well it's more expensive. Actually, the big Komatsu is cheaper or faster, all by 1 mile per hour. All right, so we got that turned off. Let's jump in. Big Komatsu. We'll get everything set up for this one. All right. So the blade on this Komatsu is as big as the rock truck is. So this Komatsu is going to be able to move a great deal of dirt. And check something. We're going to change that to dirt gravel. Just that's the texture I like. So, all right. And now we are going to turn blade collisions off. It's just the way I like running. So. So we're obviously going to have to do some cleaning up as we push this forward, just because of the sheer amount of material that we are clearing out. The difference in height is where all this material is coming from, obviously. Now, one of the big downsides to this Komatsu, its reverse speed. Its reverse speed is only 4 mile per hour. We might click up into 5 mile an hour, but it is a slow rig in reverse. That is, like I said, it's a big downside to it. But the sheer amount of material that you can push forward at a time is monstrous compared to that little D4 that we're using. So definitely worth the offset and how much or how slow it is. So, but what I like to do is I like to get a smooth area that we can push from or push across and slowly expand that smooth area. So we're going to slowly smooth things out where we're running across right now, and slowly make the area larger. We're going to be going off to or working our way right toward the what's already leveled. There's multiple different ways we can skin this cat. If I was running keyboard or running the dual joysticks and whatnot, using an excavator would actually be faster. With the excavator, we'd be able to we'd be moving or smoothing out much faster, and now what we'd end up doing is we'd be loading that into a rock truck, and then dumping it in front of the conveyor. Now, once we start getting into where we're working much further afield, what you can do is you can have conveyors set up to load into your rock truck, and you just be slowly pushing toward it, or you'd be pushing toward it, and then you slowly move the conveyor back toward your dozer as you're working. So pushed forward so that the conveyor can pick it up. But as you see, we are slowly working our way back, smoothing things out. So we're right here, where we're good and smooth, easy to run on, and working our way backwards. Now, as you see, we are starting to, we're definitely in the rough, backing up here, and which that definitely makes things much more difficult for moving around. So pretty well your three main ways you can work the ground is dozers, which is what we're doing here, excavators, and front loaders. Now, front loaders is going to be anything from large wheel loaders, skid steers, loading bucket on a tractor, any of the three, or any of those. The dozers require the least amount of skill when running a keyboard and mouse, because I mean you're just pushing. Your only real thing that you're having to do is lift and lower the blade, which is easily done via mouse. Next, and next more difficult is going to be your front loaders, because not only are you going to have lifting, lowering and lifting the bucket, you're also going to be curling the bucket. So you'll have that you're dealing with too. And then the most difficult trying to do keyboard and mouse is going to be excavator. It's doable, but it is very slow to do and very jerky in my experience. The reason behind that is you're trying to do everything with the mouse, and you have to do multiple movements at the same time, but you can't do them at the same time with the mouse. So it's, you can boom out. I think it's boom out curl with one button, raise and lower with the other. I've never gotten very good with using the mouse on a excavator. So, but once I get get my new computer in, I'll get everything set up, and go from there. So. I have just been playing on a laptop. This is an older ROG laptop. When I say older, I mean it's got a 2080 Super laptop video card, which was, well, when it came out, I mean it was new. It was the new kid on the block when I bought the laptop. But that was 5-6 years ago, I think. I don't remember. It's been a while. But so I mean, it is, like I said, it's an older laptop. My new computer is going to be a hoss in comparison. Now it is a AMD system, AMD processor, AMD graphics. Just and the reason why I went that route is bang for the buck. It was the best bang for the buck. Don't get me wrong, NVIDIA makes a phenomenal graphics card, but for the price range that I was looking at, AMD beats NVIDIA. Ended up getting the video card that I'm going to be, or that I've got coming in my new computer, is the 9070 XT. Price range is right there between the 5070 and the 5070 Ti, and performance-wise, it's right there in between the two. So, and then couple that with the processor. I'm going to be having a Ryzen 7 9800 XT or X3D. I'm sorry. So very good video card or processor. I didn't go with the 9950 X3D mainly because budget. The 9950 X3D is would be a better graphics card for processor for doing video editing and stuff like that. But I don't do much of that. More just a game and put up YouTube videos. Now, the 9800 X3D is going to do just fine for the little bit of editing I do. So it'll be just fine for me. So, but other specs, the computer I've got ordered, it's actually kind of low on the memory, but I've got more memory coming. I've actually got 128 gig memory. Here it is. Yeah, 128. So I got 128 gig of memory. It's not as fast of memory that was in the system. That's coming in the system, but it is much more. And I'm hoping that with much more memory, it's going to offset the slightly slower memory speed. I won't notice the slower speed. But I will notice having extra. So, at least that's my thoughts on it. So, Farming Sim's not the only game I play. I play Cyberpunk. I play Call of Duty. I just don't record videos on those. So, alright. Well, I am in a bit of a pickle here. I've got myself a monster of a pile. Alright, so one of the things you can do if you ever get yourself in this kind of situation that I'm in right now, where you got a massive pile, is you can take your conveyor and either load it into or straight into your hopper for your wash plant, or you can do this. Let's grab ourselves a monster of a monster of a rock truck. This definitely would qualify as a monster. So this is the method for loading into a rock truck and then transporting or using the rock truck to transport to your wash plant. It is going to be your easiest bet, especially like I said, whenever running keyboard and mouse. Now you get into running twin sticks, twin joysticks, whatnot. You'll be just fine running an excavator. But whenever running twin sticks or running keyboard and mouse, this is the route to go. So, and looks like our truck is full. So now, if you look on the other side, you'll see we've got one massive pile of tailings over there. Our little bitty rock truck, it's already full on tailings. So we're going to have to start working that. But this just gives you a nice and easy overlay of what you can do, keyboard and mouse, as far as when it comes to trying to do mining on FS25. It's definitely doable. It is a bit of a challenge. It is time consuming, but like I said, it is definitely doable. So, but it's all right. So this is something that you can do with rock trucks that have terraforming enabled. Problem with this little bitty truck that we've got, this little bitty truck, it's only got 9,000 liter capacity, so we will be at this all day using this little bitty guy. Now, let's get this out of the way. Let's say we wanted to use this behemoth. Now, one thing, we will have to extend conveyor out so it actually will reach high enough. So, texture. Alright, so we've got it set to grading. We've got it set to our preferred texture. And we'll get this filled up and then we will go and dump it. So this is just a much bigger truck than that little guy that we were just using. Works just the same as it was as the little guy. Only difference is it's much bigger. So let's take a look, see where we're looking at on the wash plant. All right, once it finishes saving. And we'll speed that up just so that it runs through the dirt that's already in it faster. So, but yeah, you can using using a rock truck, you can fill in holes, or in this case, fill in a creek, bring the ground level up to match the area that we're set to. So, but something you can do. But in the meantime, I want to say thank you all for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and I really hope to catch you guys next time. Take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.